Welcome back, my friends. This is Craig, and we are here with Beneath the Void 2. And we are getting ready to place the Red Wool, finish the Victory Monument, and then we're going to do a quick run-through. I'm going to give my thoughts and some commentary and some critiquing of the map. First things first, there's lights, so I'm assuming this is going to do something fancy. Ooh! Yay! We win! It's gonna go forever. Nicely done, K-Craft. Good job. K-Craft!
Hello.
How long have you been here?
Since the fireworks started going off.
So this just kind of summons you into the map?
Yeah, it's a new 1.7 feature. You know, I can summon myself into maps.
I like it. Can you make the fireworks stop?
Yeah, dramatic, but yeah, after a while, kind of gets annoying. You know, oh, hey. Perfect.
Broke a bowl.
Yep, that's how that works.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, that was take 2. Alright, so...
Man.
We've had some ups and downs. You've kind of helped me a little bit through the way.
Yeah.
I appreciate the map. I appreciate all the work you've put into it. It's been amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for playing it. I think first time ever someone's beat the map while recording.
Well,
So very impressive.
Thank you. I mean, there was never any doubt, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's like so simple. Anyway.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know why everyone else didn't do it.
Oh man.
All
Yeah,
right.
so-
let's get ourselves to the entry point at the beginning. I don't know if you have coordinates written down or if you want to walk.
First intersection's the simplest.
That teleported me too when you did that.
I think it's TPA because in that in the monument area, it's peaceful, so mobs don't spawn.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why every time you went back to the monument.
Sorry, I had to switch my game mode.
That's fine. Every time you went back to the monument, it would clear all the mobs out. Kind of cheaty, if you know.
I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Set difficulty 0? Is that peaceful?
I think, yeah.
Set difficulty is one of the ones I never did. Oh, thank
There
you.
we go.
All right.
Matt Maker to the rescue.
My original thought was to take the first attempt at the map and MC edit it in, and I popped into an overhead of the map, and like your dungeons are spread in all different directions.
Yeah, they're not very close.
So I dropped that idea because I'm not very good at MC edit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And this was, I mean, I just had starting stuff. I had all the trees cut down and a whole bunch of cows.
yeah.
That was about it. So,
Yeah.
but I
mean-
really like the you had a lot of secrets in the beginning area here.
Yeah, I mean, it was in that respect it was an easier start. You get a lot of loot,
Yeah,
but
I lost all of it. But
that's one thing.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean,
there's
a lot of-
blatant chests that you can see just standing here, but there's a lot that you can't see.
yeah. I mean, hidden in plain sight, right?
Right. I didn't even there's this one that you can see in my intro, because I came down over here
Yeah.
for my intro, and you can see a chest that I didn't find for quite some time,
Yeah.
and it's just been in my intro since the first day.
Nice. But of course you had the. Did you find this chest? You found this one,
I
right?
did, but I did not find it on camera.
Oh, that's right.
That chest is the reason I started recording all my off-camera stuff too.
Oh, yeah. That was the first trap we thought of. Matt Maker and I, Colin, the original Matt Maker, he's no longer with us.
My condolences.
Yeah, that was the first trap we came up with. And then the second one, I think you fell for it. Did you fall for it?
The anvil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ingenious work by Colin.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, because he knew that people were, they always stand in their trees and dig up, right?
Yes.
So It's just like, why not? I've seen a lot of people do that too in the beginning. I've watched a lot of other people play this map, and they do the exact same thing. It works every time. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, quite a bit of loot, but
Cake?
it'll show.
Celebratory cake.
Yeah, of course. Just because I felt bad for the poison at the beginning. Learn about antidotes.
Yeah.
Just take you down to half a heart, no problem. It's all good.
That. Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
I know why that poison tutorial's in there, and I'm still not happy with you.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I also learned why all this cobble's here, accidentally.
Yeah. This is 1.7 for sure, because you can't. It's much more advanced now, but what you live and you learn. Plus, it's kind of a version, not a glitch, but a problem you have to solve.
Yeah.
And
I tried very, very. Actually, I don't think I ever used, because there was many times I wanted to use redstone for my own purposes, like an XP shower and stuff like that, and I never really got a lot of. I remember the redstone blocks later, but
yeah,
I was very careful to never take any of yours because I was so afraid to break something.
Yeah, and that's good too, because it could have ruined the map. I think
Absolutely.
a few of.
Especially knowing that this was the clock that pretty much runs the game.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so first,
let's take a look up at the mines here. Actually, this upper spot I really like too.
Yeah, that was the mines were like an afterthought because we made that tunnel down there first, thinking first intersection.
Right.
But we're like, we have to have like an introductory, kind of dungeon. So we threw this up here, and that,
we don't need buttons. We're creative.
So did you light this up, or?
I did. I just ran through and did some quick lighting up after the fact, but we're on peaceful and we can spawn in.
That's fine. Torches,
night vision, and
night vision too. I guess give you night.
Yeah, I was gonna say you know how to do that.
16.
Just make it for like ever.
Yeah, I always do. No.
I can see.
Perfect.
I like this the decision aspect of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a yin and yang type feeling. This one takes you really. It's a shortcut. Really takes you right.
Yeah, it takes you really quickly down to your death. I figured that one out.
Yeah, that's one option, because the reason is because you haven't lit up this way yet, so you're coming from both directions. Like there's mobs from here and the other side, so it's kind of hard to fend them off. So I usually take the long path, and I noticed. Come over here when you were playing this map. I think you came back in here. This one right here.
Yeah, I got the sword.
Yeah,
the bow.
Yeah, but I don't think you went in here because you were blinded.
No, I did. I got the bow.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, that's right. The first time. That's right. The first time you came in.
Right. I came back to it. It was like.
That's right.
It was quite a ways later.
Yeah, but that bow is like. This is like.
It was heartbreaking when I lost that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because one of the heads was back here, Mr. Easy. Easy.
Yep. Yeah. He was back there. But yeah, I thought you missed that, and
you had messaged me after the video went live that I should go back there, but I was like 2 weeks ahead on recording.
That's right. Yeah. Well, you live and you learn. But yeah, so the thought of this dungeon was Colin and I, we just like, let's just make a mine shaft, and we kind of.
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out if these were to help or to hurt.
Both.
That was kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
I just avoided them and broke them whenever possible.
Yeah. So some of them do actually lead to a thing of spawner, like a, what do you call them? A group of spawners. But some are just there because they fall off cliffs and blow up. So either way,
They're
but
fun.
I had a really fun time designing this dungeon because we came through and built all these rails by hand
Mhm.
and put the webs in by hand and the fences. This is like handmade dungeon. Like,
Nice.
rare MC edit. So all the vines too. It just took a long time. Like right here, see this? Help! Just fire an arrow at it, flame arrow, and kaboom.
Yeah,
So
I
it's,
think
you know.
this was one of the ones I actually used a TNT card for.
Yeah. So
But this one was pretty obvious.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then this final.
The house I really liked. I did halfway decent in there. It was a nice, easy target to get to.
Yeah,
Once you got down onto the floor, whoo,
yeah, that's a mess.
That goes nuts.
And that's partly why we added a lot of these rails here, so you could just climb along the rails.
Yeah,
Because it's not supposed to be like the black wool, It's
Right.
like easy few steps to the wool, and you might get knocked off, a couple
Right.
skeletons.
I did not perform well in this dungeon, and I blame myself and no one else for that because that was my fault.
Yeah, it's just a risk going on the rails, but it's supposed to be kind of easy.
Yeah.
I think there's loot down there, but it's not worth it at all.
I
Yeah.
always meant to come back to this, and then after the world crash, I just never did. Ooh,
Yeah.
I've got to mute my Skype.
Yeah, there's like a meat drop down here and a few TNT pieces, but that's about it. Not worth it.
But all in all, I like this dungeon. It was a good starting dungeon.
Yeah,
It kind of gave a good tempo to the map.
yeah. That's what I think. And those miners,
Yeah,
those were kind of difficult looking back. now.
for starting off, they were
Yeah.
pretty tough. They were
Having stone swords. Yeah.
exactly. They required a lot of effort to kill them. They didn't necessarily do a lot of damage, but they were
Yeah.
resilient.
Yeah, so that's the first starting dungeon. Did you ever get the pick up here?
Yes,
You did.
I
Okay.
did.
I think I added that later, but I think by the time you played it, you would have got it.
Yeah, it was one of those where I was trying to race down from the top, and it was getting night. I'm like, "There's light."
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I put the redstone torches there. That's right. Because the story behind that pick, Easy Peasy, is because Peasy, the guy who played the map and in that dungeon,
Yeah,
the guy in that dungeon, the head. What is that cow doing there? Huh.
escaping.
Yeah, he on the first map, he went on top of the map and he found like these diamond boots, protection 2, because I like put them way out there, like on the center of the map, and it was just like, oh wow, good loot on the top of the map, even though I said not to go on top of the map. So
Everybody
I had
does.
I had to put some up there, right?
All right, Lava Lake goes to the next intersection.
Yeah.
Now, you said you built Mayan ruins, right?
Yes, and this is probably the easiest of these 3.
Yeah, I had fun with this one. This was the vintage beef one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So these guys, these Mayan guys, they're not spawning now because we're on peaceful. But the fish holding guys,
Yeah, the fisherman.
they're in the walls like 10 blocks deep, and they're
I-
long range.
I figured they were. I'm pretty sure I said that to ad nauseum in my commentary.
Yeah. They're long. That's why you see them in the first little part of the Lava Lake Castle. You know how you saw those?
Oh yeah.
They like it. The range is just in like a little part of that cave, so they were spawning in there.
Oh, okay.
But it's close. I see you broke all the chests.
I didn't want to tempt myself.
Yeah, agreed.
These were full of food and
yeah, which you eventually wouldn't need.
right. I did not know that at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, just for YouTube, after I went through and had the world break at like what was that, episode 20 or something like
Yeah.
that. This is a fresh load of the map, and I just went through and completed all the areas that I'd already done and cleaned them out of loot, so I didn't reuse it.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But
I forced myself a clean start halfway through the map.
yeah, but these reeds too. They were hand placed, and that took a long.
Well, yeah, because they're like 5 and 6 tall.
Yeah, and we had to place all the water. But I'm kind of disappointed in this one because there weren't as many creepers as I would have wanted. There's like creeper spawners every so often in here, but they can't see you, so it really doesn't matter. It's just like hiding. That's the thing was a lot of people don't go into the reeds because they're like, oh, something might be in there, but nothing else can see you.
Right. I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah, but I wish I would have did the whole dungeon like that. I just didn't have time.
Just all reeds.
Yeah, that would have been really cool, but no.
Because the first person would have mowed it down and then just got
yeah, exactly.
Note
but I really
self.
yeah, exactly. But I like the look of this dungeon though. I just created this temple and I put like redstone torches. Redstone torches are the best lighting for like moody lighting.
Your use of ambient lighting is amazing.
Yeah, it just makes it more dramatic. It makes it more interesting.
It draws you to something.
Yeah, because if you see you've seen like a few other CTM maps where they just, I've seen some that just like are all wool.
Yeah.
I mean, not wool because it's just be too easy because you're trying to get wool, but they're not creative blocks.
Right.
So
right.
they're just kind of not very well decorated. And down here.
Now I'm in you.
So,
and it's not blown up.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
I'm disappointed. Yeah, but this area, I like these kind of areas that you can hear everything. Like, mobs are there.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard the anvil sound too. That was cool. But you don't know where they're coming from.
You heard the anvil sound.
Yeah, was that not working with your version?
Oh, I heard it that time.
Yeah, so once it makes an anvil sound at the wool.
Oh, see, yeah, it didn't do that for me.
Yeah, so you know where to go. So you can listen for it and try to get to the wool, but then once you get to the wool, and then it'll make it at the exit. It'll start making the anvil sound at the exit. So
I wish it would have done that. That would have been...
Yeah, and that's the one of these things that 1.7 was kind of bad to me because I couldn't get it to work 100% of the time, but I just figured, if it works 50%, then I'll be happy.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Every time, exactly. Now we're lost.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of know my way out of here because I made the
map. Good. There was a ton of loot in here, which was very appreciative until I lost it.
Yeah, but
that's going to be a trend.
Yeah, losing some good loot. All right, moving on. Yeah, so this was a easier dungeon. I wouldn't say the hardest dungeon, but
no,
it's just a fun kind of beginning.
I think this was the next one I did, and it was a nice break after the mines.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think that's... We'll see the problem, which one we're going in next, the Pharaoh's Riches. Mm-hmm. I named that area poorly because everyone thinks, oh, riches, gotta go there first,
Right.
I think that's what you did, too, because you went in here, lit up a little bit, and you're like, nope, this ain't happening.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. So, you lit in here. Oh, this one's pretty...
Yeah, I thought about coming back in here for the mob spawner and then decided against it.
Yeah.
I started it here, too. I wanted XP bottles is what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I did find a certain vendor buried in the snow.
That's, yeah.
I never did it on camera, I don't think.
Yeah.
I did find him, but I never utilized him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was kind of useful. I mean... If you found
yeah.
them. But.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that. When we get over
this area, for me, this is when the zombie AI came out,
mm-hmm.
and this is just a huge dark area. So when you hit a zombie, like 10 more spawned instantly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that kind of made it more difficult, and we had to kind of account for that. Also, the food kind of got nerfed.
Oh, the food got really nerfed.
Yeah, so there was so we had to come back and add like 2 more loot chests full of food. And this was my idea, to come down here and create this like kind of maze type thing. And obviously found this.
Yeah.
You see treasure map, and then here, and then creepers.
Yep.
Because we put like 2 creeper spawners, spider spawners. But while you're in that room, those creepers are spawning, so
Right, and you're going through and you're looking at the map and you're figuring
Exactly.
it out.
wasting time. Just wasting time. But yeah, this was a fun area too. I loved all the traps in here.
There was a
Well-
ton of traps in here.
And surprisingly, this was not one of them.
Well, I would put this as like a passive creeper trap.
Exactly. Yeah, creeper. Yeah, it kind of is. Creepers here, you know.
This was the area that I was doing, and I was completely out of torches and a pick.
Yeah, that's not
And-
good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this dungeon, even with that. This
Yeah.
one was really well done.
Yeah, these classic, dispenser traps, of course. Gotta have those.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not sure. See, I'm forgetting a lot of things. There is an enchantment table in here. Pretty early for an enchantment table, actually.
Yeah, I snagged it. There was a pile of them.
Yeah, this one's classic. The old diamond boots TNT trap.
I'm sure I probably set it off.
Yeah, but it was actually 3 pieces of TNT.
Oh, well.
Oh, did you get this one? A lot of people don't get this.
Get out of here.
Can't break up the sword. There you go. Do you ever? I think you might have done this. Yeah, you did. I remember this.
I do too. Well, it was half broken at the time. I just lost the disc because I was in creative.
That's right. Oh, that's fine. You just need.
There
any
was
disc.
a sign on. I got it back. There was a sign on these, wasn't there, describing which one to do, or did they?
No, there was just like this. It's just a choose wisely on the sign on the thing. So that one did nothing, basically. And this one, it was a double-edged trap, basically. So that one, you think,
Oh, that's right. The chest fell down, and then the
yeah,
TNT.
and then it ignited underneath it. So
I do remember
it was
that.
that was very sneaky of me, and I'm not one of those map makers that likes to intentionally put them in a lava. I'm not those kind of guys. I like to be fair. I like to be fair with my maps. But yeah, so that's a favorite trap of mine. This room is just blank. Although I had to use this for food because you kind of ran out a lot faster. But those turned out to be very useless in the end. A lot of loot. Some of it gone, some of it not. Making our way to armor for every occasion. Colin's idea. That's a good chest, actually, because they became more useful in 1.7
Yeah.
for all the different types of enchantments. So here's the wool area. We thought of this like tomb type, catacomb
Yeah.
thing.
And my first thought was loot it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a tomb.
Yeah, exactly. And then, obviously, it just kind of goes off. But you did get the pants. I was impressed. You did get the pants. And here, there, of course, is the wool. Magenta wool. And also in here is a spawner somewhere in the walls that... Oh, sorry about that. Someone's calling. But in the walls, it's a... Who is that? It's Mr. 80. Just Mr. 80.
Oh.
It's his spawner. So technically supposed to be in here. I totally forget where I put that.
I don't think I spent a lot of time in here.
Yeah, that's my mistake because you just grab the roll and run.
Exactly.
Just hightail it.
I got it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of my fault, but Yeah, but
that was the head that I didn't get for those who.
The one. Now I'm going to be lost forever. This way. If I could only find the way out of my own. You know what's really nice now? In 1.8, there's that spectator mode.
Yeah, the clipping.
And
the no clip.
Yeah, and that's perfect for map makers because I can just fly around my whole map without, all this mess. Trying to run around and get out of dungeons. So yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah, and the tactic used, I think, was kind of unorthodox with these things. Because there's 9 spawners here.
Yeah, I was dropping in and trying to break them.
Yeah, I remember you were in this wall here.
Well, I'm
That's right,
kind
you
of
didn't have a
embarrassed about
pick.
it. I sprinted in here and lit up everything, and I noticed the hole, and then completely forgot about the hole.
That's right. You're like, where do I go?
I spent like a whole episode going, I have no idea what he wants me to do.
Yeah. Well,
I see this chest over here. I don't remember if I saw that. I'm sure I did.
yeah, you did. I think it's...
before we did this, I was going to go through and collect all of the anvils in the entire map and like put them into one spot and have a little anvil room to show you.
Yeah.
There is a ridiculous number of anvils in this map.
There is. Well, technically, once you have one, you have them all, but that's not true. But, sorry.
This one.
Yep. The all foreboding Lava Lake Castle.
Yes.
So in the beginning here, going through, Colin made this one. Well, it was a union. He made the first kind of part of it, this part. I really like the idea of having these like temple type things with all these spawners in them and then walls along the way to overcome.
Right.
So we kind of went with that idea for the first half of this dungeon. Once again, quite a bit of loot.
It was a lot of loot.
But yeah, coal too.
That axe.
Battle axe.
That battle axe.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Of course, you can't block with it, so I thought it was okay to put in a 4th dungeon.
Yeah.
So.
See, I always forget to block, so I prefer axes.
Perfect.
My Gimli.
Yeah. So these gas spawners weren't meant to be very dangerous. I don't think I've seen anyone die on them yet. That's kind of good.
That spider on the bridge that got me. Oh,
yeah.
Right at the end of that, I was so done.
Yeah. Did you see this chest down here?
I did.
You might have seen it, but
it was when I was going between the 2 maps, so I never took it out of there.
Yeah. So that's kind of a hidden chest. Should we go into the?
Yeah, let's get this area over with.
Yeah. Okay. Down here, I noticed you mentioned that this place was kind of hard to find.
I didn't see it right away. I did have one person comment on the video. I don't remember who it was. Said, "Hey, what about that other area that I saw in your video, but wasn't descriptive about it?" So I'm assuming they were talking about this because it was right around the same time.
Yeah. It's one of my goals was to make like areas clear where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, this one was not, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Here it is. Here's the place.
And I did cheat through this, but it was only to save my own sanity so I could get a pick.
I completely understand and agree. This area, for letting all the viewers know, you kind of have to know how to do it. It's very difficult if you're just look around and like see everything and all these spiders coming at you. And the way I do it is you just got to pick a side, take out spawners, and keep going along the side until you're in a kind of a safe area where you're out of range of all these spawners. Because that's the key. Once you walk into this dungeon, there's spawners spawning like here, and like you can see all at the beginning right here. It's just
there's no safe place to stay.
Yeah, so that's probably something I should address because there's no break in the action. You just go from ghasts to poisonous spiders, and there's really no break.
My if it had been all regular spiders,
Yeah,
it would not have been a problem. I would have been all about this dungeon, but
yeah. But it's poison spider. Did you see my poll I posted on the forum?
no.
I posted a poll on the page for the Beneath the Void,
Yeah.
and I said, what's the worst mob for a CTM map? And I think 50% said witch
Really?
over poison spider, which I agree with. Witch
Yeah,
is
I
okay.
would probably, because they can re-heal themselves.
Yeah, and they have fire resistance and
Yep.
everything. But we'll move on quickly from this dungeon because I know you don't like to spend a lot of time. So
It's
of course,
it's not too bad now.
yeah, not too bad. Peaceful. It looks nice. Yeah, it looks very nice, pristine.
My first attempt, I did not upload, and I attempted a tunneling method.
Oh yeah, that's not a good one.
100% would not recommend.
Yes.
There's a chest here.
Oh yeah, the hidden chest, potions.
You cheeky. Is there anything over here with the ghasts or the blaze and all that too?
That's just guarding that chest down here.
Oh, okay. So,
So-
you just don't go obsidianize and
Exactly. Exactly.